Hey everyone, so tonight's gonna be toasted cheese and tomato soup, and guess what? I don't have any bread. So we're gonna make some homemade soft bread, soft sandwich bread, whole wheat with honey, and it's gonna be delicious, and we're gonna use it for dinner tonight. So we're gonna start off with 1 cup of warm water. We're gonna put it in the bottom of our mixer. We're gonna add a ½ tablespoon of dry yeast, and then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of honey, which my honey is solidified, and we're gonna just pop it in there and let the warm water kind of work it down. And I'm guesstimating, and that's okay, as long as it's close enough. So we're gonna let this sit for a little while and let it do its magic, and we're gonna let the yeast and honey work together and ferment and get a nice bubbly top. So once you have bubbles, which means your yeast is activated, you're gonna add an egg, and then you're gonna add some butter, and we're gonna mix this in. It's melted butter. It's 1 egg and 1½ tablespoons of melted butter, and we're gonna mix this in. Now we're gonna add 1 cup of white flour, and we're gonna mix that in, and then we're gonna add 1 1/2 cup of whole wheat flour. Now I use an organic whole wheat flour. We're gonna mix this, and we're gonna get a nice dough ball. So if your dough isn't forming a dough ball, go ahead and start adding little bits of flour at a time, and then keep watching it until it starts forming a ball and pulling away from the side of your bowl. I'm gonna let it continue to beat up in here and basically knead the dough using the dough hook as opposed to my taking it off and doing it. So now that my granddaughter's taste tested the bread dough and it's passing her inspection, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it on the countertop, and we're going to just work it a little bit. We're going to see, oh, beautiful window pane. So we're going to work it just a little bit more, and then we're going to oil the bowl, and we're going to let it rise for about an hour before we then shape it into our shape for the loaf. So my granddaughter is taste testing the bread dough, and it's passing her inspection. But now we're going to, oh, you got a lot on your hand. Great. Okay. Granny's got it as she's eating it. It's so cute. So we're going to put that in the bowl. We're going to get a cover over it, and we're going to let it sit and rise and double in size for an hour. So unfortunately, I had to run my little helper home, so I don't have her anymore, and my dough is slightly overproofed. So I don't know what this loaf of bread is going to turn out like, because it had to wait a little bit longer than expected. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to give it a good old try. But we're going to get it into a nice rectangle, and then fold in the 2 sides to the middle, and we're simply going to roll it up. You could also braid this. I just don't have that kind of luxury time right now. And I'm going to kind of make it a little bit larger by doing this. Now I had put down some flour. I still have a pan ready to go. I'm going to drop it into the pan. I'm going to put the plastic wrap back over top, and I'm going to set it back on the stove and let it proof again for another ½ an hour before I put it in the oven at 350 for 40 minutes. So the bread is done. I'm going to pull it from the oven and let it cool on a cooling rack. So my bread decided to have a moment, but we're still not going to let that stop us. We're going to put some butter on the top, and we're going to let it cool a little bit, and we'll rescue that. Put it back on. It caught on the side. There must not have been enough butter, and it caught on the side. It's okay. It's still very edible and delicious. That's the way it goes. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. This is Kelly signing off from Yellowknife Homestead. Have a great evening.